You know, everyone here keeps playing the same terrible shit game put out by EA Sports, who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing with hockey. I mean, they truly don't understand hockey. But yet, every year they come back, and hopefully one year, the 239 hockey will make online hockey great again.
No fucking clue what I just said. I imagine you guys are playing video games, so hopefully you guys get out a couple times, get some exercise, a little fresh air, not just sit in front of the Xbox. But like I said, the Hockey League 239. We need a big year from all you guys. Let's not. What's the word for it? I don't know if that's even right, because I don't know if there's anyway. But let's have a good year. Give it your all. Give it your best. When you think of Xbox, think of life, think of love, think of there's no tomorrow, no retreat, no surrender at the Xbox League 239.
This league has been around for 29 fucking years. You know, we got Yambag, the founder, who hasn't done jack shit for 28 seasons. You know, he must be a fucking Maple Leafs fan. He's at the Maple Leafs. You know, that's what he is. He's at Yambag, he's a Maple Leafs. I mean, they haven't been to the Stanley Cup final now in almost 60 years. I mean, not since there was only 6 teams in the league. I mean, that's a joke.
And yeah, online hockey leagues. It's a good idea. I think everything went online during 2020, didn't it? Thankfully, I was way ahead of the game. The whole YouTube thing helped me out because I'm already online. I didn't need to change anything. I just needed to stay socially distanced from myself.
Gala needs to be fucking banned. Because Gala doesn't shut the fuck up in Discord chat, and he's always fucking trolling. He's a fucking spammer who is fucking feeble and driving everyone nuts, and he needs to be out the fucking league. But no, the admins do nothing.
I just want to say hi to everyone. Brick for Vezina. I guess he deserves it. Alright, take care of yourself.
And we know it's time to free vets. Hashtag free vets.
and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Flan Fan Show. Coming to you guys live here on this Wednesday evening, wherever you may be. And we've got your recap. We've got your results from last night as we wind things down. Remember, last 2 nights of the regular season, tonight and Thursday night, we finished the regular season. The standings will be set and the playoffs will be underway. But we've got results from last night. We had 2 series played on there. I've got your results here. I got some video highlights, your player of the night, as well as your highlight of the night. My name is Mr. Hollywood. I'm bringing you guys the recap here. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, wherever you guys may be on this evening. And Johnny B will be live tonight. I believe there's 2 series scheduled, because one was a rescheduled. On the site right now, it shows 0 games, but that is fake news. There is games here tonight. I know Lomansky's definitely playing, because he's playing 2 nights as the makeup games. And I believe the Coyotes, that Coyotes game's tonight, as well as Rad Revolution. But don't quote me on that. I'll try to verify that later on. And then we got a Lemansky series for Thursday to finish the season. So let's jump into it here. Gonna be a quick show here. I did have a lot of work here today, so I apologize for that. I don't have much content, but there's no trades on here at this point. It's the end of the season here. Teams are finishing off the regular season. Some teams are actually already done, have already played all their games. So we'll take a look at the standings after everything here to see where teams lie. So I want to start things off first. We had the Illuminati, led there by I'm Not Even Good, going up against Hall of Fame, How the Turntables on here. And interesting series here. Now, one thing to keep in mind here, I know the Turntables were without Rydell. I don't know if that was a move by the captain to put Turtle in, or if Rydell was not available. But nonetheless, Turtle comes in at the right wing spot. You still got J-Map with Mosh up front, and then the usual suspects with Young Couch, Hall of Fame on defense. Illuminati, that lineup has not changed. No signs of Barrett, and we wouldn't see him here. I thought maybe last series of the season, maybe he'll get in there for 1 game, but no, not happening here. So I've got your results, and this one was not pretty at all. One-sided affair. So we'll hop into it. Game number 1. Not much to say here. They got outshot, out-hit. The more physical team on there. I love this Illuminati. They are not scared to shoot the puck. And boy, did they. 6-1 final. And look at the stats over there. When you see Gala scoring a goal, you know it's not going to be a good night. You know things are going to get ugly, and they did. Like I said, 6-1 final, game number 1. Good had a point on each goal. 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points here in the first game. That's pretty much it. I have nothing else here to add on here. 5-goal differential. Illuminati came out strong in the first game. Game 2, much of the same. Once again, out-shooting their opponents, out-hitting their opponents. They were physical out there as well. And a bit closer here, but still. A great start by Illuminati right off the back, and they finish it off here. 4-1 is the final. They didn't shut them out, I guess. But Sports on this one had all the points. 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. And they take the first 2. The only really competitive game here in this series was game number 3. So game 3... close game here. Tables actually had the lead in this one. In that third period, it was a back and forth game. They had I believe it was a 2-1 lead in the third. And closing moments, maybe about 5 or 10 minutes remaining in that third period. We're going to go down to the ice, see what happened here. Closing moments of the third. Tables up 2-1 here in the third period. So about 7 minutes to go. Gallo with the puck in his zone here. Gets it over to Ozzy, and Ozzy goes around the defenseman over to Good, who ties it up. 6:39 mark of the third period. So that would tie it. 2-2. Still closing moments of the third here. Under 4 minutes to go. Watch this hit here. Boom. And the puck over to Good, and it results on a 2-on-1. Couch left all alone, and it's Ozzy who puts in the winner. That's the winner right there. 4-3 is the final. So a good come from behind by the Illuminati to capture the sweep here. They sweep this one, take all three, and that definitely helps them in the standings. This with this sweep, it actually puts them ahead of the Rat Revolution. They are the #1 squad right now. Now, depending on the outcomes here, Rat Revolution does have a series remaining here. So depending on what happens there on that. Here in this third game, that whole forward line with Sports, Good, and Ozzy, all three forwards with 3 points each here in this game. Final tally, those same three forwards I mentioned had 11 points each. All were a +8. Just dominating all three out here on this. And if you go to the website, there's actually a write-up on this one, and it's pretty hilarious on there. Make sure you guys check this out. I mean, these are great, and this is what separates us from other leagues. You know, you win a series, you get to do the write-up, and I think much better recap than I did here. He mentions about trying to get Mosh on the trade there. There's the messages between the two captains, and recap here, you know, the 3 games, what went on there, and some of these are very good, very knowledgeable here. I mean, just as far as creativity, a lot of these gifts are just tremendous. So make sure you check that out, 239hockey.net. Give the guy a like on there. Good's been good, man, with the write-ups. I love him, man. He always comes out with something good, something interesting. And like I said, if we look at the standings right now, with that sweep, that puts Illuminati at 27 points right now, 3 points ahead of the Imploders and Rat Revolution. But like I said, Rat Revolution does have that series. So if they could at least win the series here tonight, they could overtake the Illuminati, so depending on that outcome. So that takes care of the one series. One thing I want to mention here, I talked about this Turntables team. I didn't agree with the moves, man, with the trades. Now, sometimes too much trades, it's not good. I like the trade he did with the D-Mart for Turtle. I thought he won that deal. But getting J-Map, losing in the process of Esoteric. I thought Esoteric really brought it to this offense. And I mentioned this about will the two guys on this team clash, man? Will there be a clash of heads here? And you kind of saw it last night. Because that offense was not clicking at all. Only one goal in the first 2 games each, and then they had a pair of goals in the third game, but that's about it. I mean, 4 goals all night, or 5. That's not good in 3 games, and it's been showing, like I said, the results on there. I mean, you look at that standings, just had it up here in few. Turntables are at 18 points. They're done. They've played all their games here. And Summer of George actually has a chance tonight to try to overtake them with a series win here. Should they beat the Rat Revolution, they might drop down to 7, maybe even 8, the way the Coyotes are playing. So don't count those guys out because they're only 4 points behind. So I don't know what happened here with Hall of Fame. I want to give a congratulations to, I mean, I believe what did he get, the admin spot or the council? I think the council, right? Shotgun with the admin spot. So whatever it is, it's on the Discord there. Congrats on that. But a pretty rough season here for Hall of Fame. You know, last season wasn't so well. Barely made the playoffs, but that's just because 8 of the 9 teams made the playoffs. Was an early exit. And then this season, too, a bit of a struggle. Like I said, they looked okay at the start of the season, but here right now, I just don't see this offense clicking, man. I don't see it here. Heading into the playoffs, not a good sign here. I mean, if you're one of those top teams, is this a team that you zero in here? Do you want to take on the turntables in round 1? Maybe so. Maybe so. I wouldn't blame. I mean, even though they got a superstar like Mosh on there, you know, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to turn that around. I don't know. We'll see what happens in the playoffs for that squad. Which leaves us to our other series, who we shit talking about today. Council equals admin. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay. I was not sure about that, but alright. Okay. So there you guys go. Like I said, it's up in the Discord in the announcement section. I wish they changed that section to like an actual announcement section, but because there is Sniper, man. If you're listening, get on that shit, man. He did a great job with the write-up, so I'm not going to give him much on that. But you could do a change on that announcement section as well in the Discord. Which leads us to our other series. That was Captain Lemansky, incredible team, going up against the OG Imploders. Now, OG Imploders without their captain here. Sexy Rocco was not in these games here. And Lemansky's on a mission here. I mean, they've got games at hand here to try to take that number 1 spot. They need a win here from last night. See if they got it. Let's go to the recap here. So game number 1. Game 1 was tight here between the two teams. 2-0 Imploders. So without their captain, they get the early 2-0 lead here. But Lemansky's squad rallies back, puts them within 1 in the third period. We got a late goal here. I'm going to show that to you guys here. Late in the third of the tying goal. There it is. About 5 minutes remaining here in the third. 2-1 game. Freak gets hit. And then there's the turnover. Sauce with a great poke gets it over to Lemansky, who ties it up 2-2. And he sends the game. This one goes into overtime in OT right off the start after an icing call, just 30 seconds into it here. Sauce, Lemansky, Freak with the shot, initial save. But there on the backhand, off the rebound, game winner, 4-3, 3-2, I'm sorry. Final here. And Lemansky, they take the first one here. Lemansky, 2 goals, 1 assist. Him and Sauce, both 3 points each. In net, Jesus, 88.9 save percentage there, 16 saves in game number 1. Game 2, Jesus again, unstoppable here, man. 14 saves, 93.3. Was a brick wall in this one. Lemansky was up 2-1 early in this one. And then they put in an insurance goal late in this game. 3-1 is the final. All 3 forwards here with a goal each. Sauce, Lemansky, and Freak on there putting a goal each. 3-1 final. We go to game 3 looking for a sweep here. Shem, though, starts this one with the opening goal. Puts the Imploders up. But after that, man, I got to highlight here. Penalty taken. which is going to result here. So Sauce is going to do a tremendous job here for checking. Goes on the breakaway. There's the tripping call, which is going to result into a penalty shot. And Sauce is perfect on these. I haven't seen him miss a penalty shot in this league ever. And he did not disappoint last night either. So at this point, it was still 1-0. But with the penalty shot here coming up, forehand, backhand, he goes back to that forehand side on the left. This time he gets it. And after that, it was just all Lomansky. That squad just 4 straight goals. They win it 4-2 final here in this one. Sauce with a hat trick in this one. 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points. Another solid game here by Jesus. And they win it. Interesting stat here. Both Adrenaline Freak, big hitters here in this league. Who won the battle of the big hits? Well, Adrenaline with 36 hits in this series. Freak with 38 hits. So I beat them out by 2. Sauce, final tally, 5 goals, 5 assists, 10 points with a +3. As far as my top guy here of the night, I know all 3 forwards on that Illuminati squad played tremendous. 11 points, +8. It's hard to pick which one. They all had the same points. I went with the goalie here. I went with Jesus, man. 46 saves, 3 wins, 90.2%. He deserves it. Your star of the night. And then as far as my highlights here, let's roll the highlight of the night here. It's in the Illuminati game. There's Gala over to Ozzy. Goes around, what was that, couch? And then the way he puts it here, it does like a deke move. Ends up going to Sports back there with the shot. I just like it. It looked pretty. Looked nice. Looked like it was a drawn-up play. Your highlight of the night. So that takes care of that. I don't think there was a write-up on that one. I don't believe so. No, there wasn't. So after that win, so this is where we at right now. I mean, you look at the standings. So Illuminati right now sits in first, but Rat Revolution takes on Summer of George here tonight. I believe it's tonight. I don't think that one's scheduled for tomorrow. I think tonight's the 2. Right now, I can't confirm. The site shows 0. Actually, but that's not right. They definitely play either tonight or tomorrow. But a win by Rat Revolution could put them at first on here. But I know they want to try to get the sweep because you also got to look at Lomansky's squad there. With 23, he's only 4 points behind, and he's got 2 series left. So he could get that in 1 series here. Imploders are done. They're at 24 right now. That's it at 3rd. But I see him dropping to 4. Lomansky's going to get at least 1 point here. Free Veds over at the 5th spot. They got 1 series left, and that's against Lomansky. That's on Thursday. So they're 4 points behind Lomansky, 5 behind the Imploders. Don't need like a sweep, I think, to move to get ahead of anybody, but I see them finishing right there in the middle. And then it's going to be interesting towards those bottom 3 there. Turntables, George, and the Coyotes. Who's going to finish last? Who will be in that 7th spot on there? Looking at here, I mean, look at the goals for the Turntables offense just not producing. 57, I'm only 1 point ahead of the Coyotes. And same thing with that Big C squad. What's going out there, man? 53 goals for the offense. The lack of offense, just not there, man. The lowest out of any team on here, Illuminati right now, 87 goals for. Hottest offense right now, based on these stats. I mean, like I said, those guys, look at their shots, man. 342 shots this season. Those guys are not scared to put pucks on net. Love it, man. So we'll see. I mean, that's what some of these teams need to do, man. I mean, 53, just not good, not a good look over there. So we'll see what happens. We got 3 series left here for the regular season, and Lemansky's team got smoked. Okay, they ain't real number one. Okay, but like I said, I mean, last night that was huge though. They got the sweep. I thought that the Imploders would at least take one, so sweep was huge for them. But once again, they were without their captain on there. Even though Imploders, I must say this, man. Beginning of the season, they were without Shem. Last night, without Sexy Rocco. They're still a competitive team. It's one of those teams that, even without their starting 6 on there, they still come to play, and you love to see that, man. So, very competitive. And I'm not taking anything about this Mel guy, man. I didn't know anything about him, man. But he looked good last night, but just not good enough. We'll see. Lemansky Coyotes. Can Coyotes strike twice in 1 week? Who knows? We'll see what happens. Or is it going to be another easy sweep here for Lemansky? And if it is, they'll easily move up the ranks there. We'll see what happens. Shout out to everybody tuning in on here tonight. Remember, join Johnny B. I believe it is 2 series here tonight. Definitely Coyotes and Lemansky. If anybody can confirm, Rat Revolution and George here tonight. And then Lemansky again on Thursday against Free Vets over there, led by Big C. So still a couple movements that still could be made. So it's nothing's locked in right now, which is crazy. With just 2 nights remaining. Usually at this point, some of these spots would be locked in. That number 1 spot or the last place team, we would know who it is. But the way the parodies, drawn up on here. I mean, I'm gonna bring this up here again before I close out. I mean, look at that. Nothing's locked in, man. Last place is not locked in. Number 7's not locked in yet. Number 1, number 2 is not, So there's definitely, these 2 nights could really shake up this entire standings. And not only that, the option of being able to play who you want. And I believe Good on this write-up said that he's already calling out a team who he wants to play regardless, man. If they get the higher seed ranking on there, he's not going to be playing one of these lower squads. He's going after Lemansky, I believe, right off the start. So I would want to see Lemansky put up a write-up of his, man, and say the same thing, man. Let's see Illuminati. Let's see the incredible Lemansky squad, round 1, man, right off the bat. Let's get a great series for the first round. It could happen. It could definitely happen. Like I said, the captains have control over that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Once again, guys, make sure 10 p.m. Eastern tonight, the 2 series. Johnny B has your recap of that. He's going to be live streaming that, the play as it happens, 10 p.m. when the puck drops. And that does it for me here for this Wednesday. I'll be back tomorrow to recap these 2 games, and we'll get a much better picture as far as the standing-wise here, with only 1 more series left to play. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. And hope you guys like this season. I mean, it's the summer on here. It's still hot as hell over here where I'm at. I don't know where everybody else is, but we still in the 90s over here. So have not closed the pool yet, man. We're still happening. It's still the summer. We're still kicking it here. NHL 23. Coming guys strong here, at the last closing moments of the game. And playoffs start next week. It's going to be happening, man. 239hockey.net. Register. Make sure you sign up. Get your sign up in there when they start posting. Those usually come up during the playoffs. And great community. Great league. See you guys tonight. Mr. Hollywood. Signing out, fellas. Have a good night, everybody.